Right. Today we are going to discuss about the capital markets because when it comes to uh, the domain perspective, especially while we are transforming our careers towards the domain perspective, now and then it is always important for us to learn about the domain, irrespective of the domain. It can be banking. In banking, we have retail banking, corporate investment banking. Next, capital markets, payments, insurance, right? So there are different domains which normally want to learn with. The one which I'm going to explain today about the capital markets, because I have made a couple of videos in capital markets, etc. earlier. At the same time, I have taken a couple of trainings in context to capital markets, which was already posted in my channel. You can go through that when you get time. But the one which I'm going to explain today about the high level glimpse over the capital markets, especially when we are talking about the perspective of the platforms, what are the different platforms that usually we use, right? Something like banking platform and all. So on that regard, so generally this is something I am using it because there are different products now and then we are using in the industry. So while you are learning any kind of capital markets or when you're trying to understand about the capital markets or banking or something like, first of all, we need to know about what kind of platforms normally banks uses because capital market or capital market services can be provided by banking or a financial institution which is an additional services which will be included in it in this regard. So when you're talking about the banking platform, this banking platform helpful for any financial institution which to be modernize their core systems and improving customer experiences. For example, if you take any bank or a financial institution, they use some core banking application. Core banking, as you know, is an application uses to manage backend operations. What are the backend operations we have? To use those backend operations, generally this core banking applications, everything will be used. In this regard, so while we are trying to learn about the banking domain perspective or capital markets or something of that sort, there are different platforms as well as the networks we have in the market. So understanding over the different platforms and how it functions, what are the features that are involved in it, this is all something which we need to learn from the deeper context because the one which I'm explaining you is in high level mode, not on the detailed part, but detailed learning of capital markets or it can be knowing about the banking platforms is always required for a person who need to have some domain expertise or knowledge. In this regard, so first of all, we must be knowing about what banking platforms are. Banking platforms, as I stated, it is majorly useful for any financial institution, which majorly requires for them to modernize the core systems and improving customer experiences. This is where generally banking platform will be majorly of. Now, what are different features that will be available for banking platform? Because if there is any IT solutions company developing any platform, something like banks, which is from TCS, right? So different platforms they are developing. The major reason and as well as the kind of major features which normally it will provide you to have some knowledge over the digital banking. Digital banking services can be performed using these banking platforms and all. At the same time, core processing, as I stated some time back, whatever the core banking solutions, everything will be involved in it. Next, if any online account opening banks do for the customers, or is there any kind of AML and KYC compliances like AML, which is nothing but anti-money laundering, and KYC, know your customer, because unless until now and then there is no KYC compliances is fulfilled, we are not opening any account or we don't issue any loans, all that. So we must be knowing about the authenticity of the customer. So knowing your customer is important by providing all the necessary documents, etc. So that can be used under the services under the banking platform. At the same time, omni-channel followed by multi-currency support and so on. These are the different features which normally we have under the banking platform. You can see a lot of banking platforms, something like Bank BANCS, Bank is from TCS, right? So there are different platforms we have now and then. Now, how are these going to be helpful for any financial institutions or banks, which majorly enhances the customer experiences because customers are using the services from the bank, maybe for deposits, maybe for loans and all that. So expects customer experience more effective, on time, accuracy that is needed. Next, it gains operational efficiency, whatever the operational efficiency that we wants to expect without having any kind of difficulties in it, right? So we can gain operational efficiency because of that. Next, it embrace open and innovative technologies and all. At the same time, it create some frictionless digital journeys, right? So without having any difficulties or hurdles and all everything in between. Along with that, it is more helpful, which will become more agile and intelligent because now and then the transformation of services we are moving towards agile environment. So agile understanding about the agile perspective, agilent way of approach, providing solutions for any customer or to meet the customer requirements, expectations, and demands is something which is needed. So this is where generally agilent or agile intelligent services will be of majorly useful. Next, where are we using this? These banking platforms can be used in different areas. That's where I'm going to explain you. One is about the banking. Either it can be retail or corporate or investment banking services. There it can be used to provide services to the customers. Capital markets, capital markets, stocks, debentures, mutual funds, portfolios, at the same time, asset management, right? So these are all comes under capital markets. So what I'm going to discuss about this banking platform in what way it is connecting to the capital markets is what something which I'm going to discuss in future, not in this video. And as part of my course curriculum, I'm going to focus more on the capital markets from the banking platform perspective. That's where the major focus is. People who are required to learn about the capital markets, that's where majorly useful here, right? Next, payments, different payments we have, maybe national or international payments and all. Different payment gateway we use. Some are open gateways and second are closed gateways and all. So gateways, like Visa, MasterCard, right? So American Express. We have SEPA, right? So different payment gateway methods we have. Right? So because BNC is also one of the gateway will be used in the payments, so that payments banking solutions can be used. At the same time, in the insurance market, because in the insurance market, as you know, we provide policy administrative services for the customers. At the same time, billing will be performed. We do the claim adjudication, submissions adjudication, claim submission, permissions, claim settlements will happen. So here also we will be using these banking solutions. This is a high level glimpse which I have given you as far as the banking solutions itself is concerned, but banking solutions and banking platform which can be used in the banking side, payment side, insurance and capital markets. Of course, I have already conducted training on banking payments earlier. I think you hope you know most of the people who are enrolled for my training program know that because banking and as well as capital market payments were already done from the domain training. Were already couple of trainings I have done already. I have already many people who are enrolled for that learned that. Now I am focusing on the capital market side. I started already. Now I am continuing. I am adding new topics to the existing one because in what way these banking platforms are something useful in capital markets, that must be my focus area. That's what something which I am taking now, right? So this is where capital markets is majorly. This is one of the area which I'm giving training now, which started. Capital domain training already, market domain training was already given. But from the context of banking platform perspective, is what something which I'm giving now. Next, in future, I'm going to start even insurances also, right? So this is a high level glimpse in context of this. This is all about this video. Thank you.